Shanto Nirindana Ivanalaha, who is well versed in Vedas, sinless, who is sinless, not influenced by desires. Then Noya Brahman, Brahma Viduttamaha, Uttamaha, Supreme, can merge in Brahman at will, ever peaceful, and he is fire without fuel. Then next line it says, Ahetuka Daya Sindhur Bandhura Namatam Satam, ocean of spontaneous or natural compassion, without any motive or expectation. He is a friend or support to the pure people. So, Sri Ramakrishna's life, or Sri Ramakrishna was the best example of these qualities. These qualities were fully manifested in Sri Ramakrishna. Sri Ramakrishna was very clear about his life as well as the purpose of his life and about the disciples, whom he is going to accept as his disciples and what about their lifespan, etc. So, while selecting disciples also, he already knew who is going to be his disciples. And once he accepted somebody as his disciple, then he did not leave him. As he often used to say, cobra is catching the frog. So in 3 croaks, that frog will be silenced. So like this, he called all the disciples. And one among them was Niranjan or Nitya Niranjan Ghosh. He was introduced to him through a group of spiritualists. They used to practice spiritualists, and Niranjan was their medium, because Niranjan was pure-hearted soul, and unless the mind is pure, that mind cannot work as a medium. So he was medium between human being and spirits. He used to convey the message. So he was one of the member in that spiritualist group. And once that group, they came to meet Sri Ramakrishna and introduced Niranjan. Then as soon as Sri Ramakrishna saw Niranjan, then he remarked, yes, he is a very pure-hearted soul and he is a very good boy. Then the spiritualist group, they tried this Sri Ramakrishna, taking Sri Ramakrishna as a medium. They are a medium between spirits. But it did not work. They failed because Sri Ramakrishna was pure-hearted soul. And afterwards they appreciated, sir, your heart is very pure, your mind is fully concentrated, so you cannot be as our medium. And then after impressing them thus, then Sri Ramakrishna caught Niranjan and told him, you see, better you swear all your contact with them. You come here often and you meet me frequently. Then Sri Ramakrishna, Niranjan's compassionate heart we can see. Niranjan had yogic power, and through this yogic power, he recovered. He helped one rich man to recover from insomnia. That rich man was suffering from insomnia for many years, and out of compassion, Niranjan could recover him from that disease. Then Sri Ramakrishna advised him, you see, if you think of ghost continuously, you will become ghost. And at the same time, if you think continuously of God, then you will become God. So, what you want to become? Then Niranjan replied, of course, God. Then you have to think of God. Then Sri Ramakrishna also explained the love of God and man. He told Niranjan, suppose if you do 99 good works for a human being or for a person, and one bad thing if you do, then man remembers, or human being remembers only that bad thing or wrong thing. But whereas, if you do 99 sins and only one good karma, good action if you do, then God remembers only good action. So this is the difference between the love of man and love of God. So one day Sri Ramakrishna asked Niranjan, when will you realize God? Your life is meant for some different purpose. Don't waste your time. When will you realize God? So then first Niranjan was skeptical, because without any reason, how he is asking, there must be some purpose. But afterwards he realized, but Sri Ramakrishna was pure-hearted soul, and he really, sincerely, he wanted Niranjan to realize God. And this is what called Ahetuka Daya Sindhu, because Sri Ramakrishna knew the purpose of his life as well as the purpose of the life of his disciples. Then, in the course of time, after some days, Sri Ramakrishna initiated Niranjan into mantram. The procedure Sri Ramakrishna followed for initiation was very different one. Either he used to touch different parts of the body of his disciples, touch heart, head, hands, etc., and he used to impart that spiritual power in that disciple. Or he used to write mantra on his tongue. So similarly, this Sri Ramakrishna wrote mantra on the tongue of Niranjan. And afterwards Niranjan describes, when he went home, then continuously that japa was ringing in his mind. 3 days and 3 nights he did not have sleep. Even if after closing his eyes, he used to feel as if fireflies are there in the room. That kind of light he used to see. And after 3 days over, first Niranjan thought this will go away within 2 days, but it did not go. It was lasting for a long time. And even after 3 days, when that effect did not vanish, then Niranjan was very much worried whether it is a kind of mental disease or what, he thought. And he went to Sri Ramakrishna and explained, "Sir, what you have done to me?" Then Sri Ramakrishna laughed and told, "This is called ajapa japa. The japa continues in our mind without our knowledge or unconsciously. So this is called ajapa japa." Then Sri Ramakrishna took away that power. Then Sri Ramakrishna's main teaching to Niranjan was that anger is very bad. There was one incident happened. This Niranjan was going in the boat, and while going in the boat he heard some group of people. They were talking ill of Sri Ramakrishna. They were criticizing him. So this Niranjan could not tolerate that. And first he warned them to keep quiet, but they did not keep quiet. So Niranjan threatened them that he will rock the boat, and he knew the swimming. So he really started rocking the boat. Then these people, critics, they got frightened, and then they requested Niranjan to stop and ask his forgiveness. So when Niranjan reported this incident to Sri Ramakrishna, then Sri Ramakrishna told, "See, anger is very bad. Had you drowned that boat in the water, and then many people would have died, and that sin would have come upon you. So this anger is very bad." But similar incident happened in the life of Yoganandaji. That time Yoganandaji kept quiet, thinking that these people are ignorant. What they know about that Sri Ramakrishna, simply they are criticizing. So thinking that, Yoganandaji kept quiet. And when this incident was reported to Sri Ramakrishna again scolded Yoganandaji. "You see, your guru was criticized and you kept quiet. Generally people go away from there, or they caution them or they warn them. But nothing of that sort you did. And Guru Ninda one should not hear." So this was the different teachings of Sri Ramakrishna to the disciples according to their mental constitution. Then after some days, Sri Ramakrishna came to know about Niranjan's accepting job. Niranjan had accepted job somewhere and he is serving some organization or some other company. When Sri Ramakrishna heard about it, then first he did not like that idea, because Sri Ramakrishna asked disciples only to serve God and nobody else, no human being. So, but afterwards, when Sri Ramakrishna heard that this job Niranjan accepted for his mother's sake, to help his mother, then he was pacified. Then Sri Ramakrishna appreciated that love for his mother or devotion for his mother. And afterwards, when one day Niranjan, when he met Sri Ramakrishna at Dakshineshwar, Sri Ramakrishna told him about one particular day, what he was doing. He was standing at one particular place and he was playing with bow and arrow, etc. Though Sri Ramakrishna was not physically present at that place, but he could by his yogic power, he could see that what Niranjan was doing. And when Niranjan heard exactly all the moments what he did, and same thing Sri Ramakrishna described, then he fell at his feet, and Niranjan came to know that Sri Ramakrishna was all-knowing person. He was God himself. He fell at his feet, and afterwards he started visiting Sri Ramakrishna regularly. Then in the course of time, after some days, Sri Ramakrishna fell ill because of cancer. and then he was shifted to Shampur for change of climate. Niranjan became his gatekeeper because Sri Ramakrishna found it difficult to talk to people because of his throat cancer. So to save him from people, from talking, then Niranjan became gatekeeper of Sri Ramakrishna, and he was not allowing anyone. He was very strict about allowing anyone. He was not allowing anyone. But that time, one actress, Vinodini, she was acting. She was acting as a Chaitanya in Chaitanya Lila, one of the Girish Ghosh drama in Star Theatre. So she wanted to meet Sri Ramakrishna and take his blessings because she knew that Sri Ramakrishna is this going to be last illness and she cannot meet again. So she wanted Sri Ramakrishna's blessings. But Niranjan was very firm about not allowing the people. So she took the help of Kalipada, one of the devotees of Sri Ramakrishna, and herself decorated as, or she put on the European gentleman dress, and she entered. That time Niranjan did not get doubt that she is a lady, and he thought he is a European gentleman, and he allowed her to meet Sri Ramakrishna. After going inside Sri Ramakrishna, when he came to know, then he enjoyed that drama and fully blessed that actress Vinodini. Then Niranjan, after staying some days at Shampur, he went home for one day to meet mother, and then immediately came back and told Sri Ramakrishna, I could not stay without you. It is impossible for me to stay without you at home. How the master protects his disciples. When Sri Ramakrishna was shifted to Kashipur for again change of climate, and that Kashipur house was very big and full of greenery and garden. So these disciples thought that climate will suit Sri Ramakrishna. So they shifted Sri Ramakrishna to Kashipur garden house, and then they started serving him. So in the meanwhile, Sri Ramakrishna's disease of that cancer was worsened, and he was continuously on bed rest. He was not able to talk. One night, all disciples, they thought that there was one date palm tree in that campus. So they thought they will go and drink that juice of that date palm. With this thought, they started moving in the night towards that tree. This Sri Ramakrishna did not know their plan, but he came to know from his Antarjnana, and just he rushed. He got down from stairs and rushed to other way and went to that, because he knew that there was a black cobra and that will bite to all these disciples. So he went there and came back. This Holy Mother only could see that Sri Ramakrishna's swift movement, and she was surprised. The person who needs continuous help, even to shift from one side to another, how such a man can move and so swiftly he can go with his all illness, with his all emaciated body. Then afterwards again Sri Ramakrishna returned and slept as usual on his bed. Then Holy Mother approached Sri Ramakrishna and asked, what is this? Suddenly you moved somewhere you went. What is this surprise? Then Sri Ramakrishna told, all these young boys, they are going to drink the juice of that palm tree, and there is one black cobra, so it may harm to them. So I went there and told that black cobra that do not enter here again. You go away from here. So that black cobra went away. So thus this life of this young boy was saved. Then Sri Ramakrishna told Niranjan at Kashipur that you see, whoever comes to see me, whoever comes to meet me, no doubt they will have liberation on the spot. But only thing is, my lifespan will be reduced. My life, the number of days will be reduced. Then Niranjan became very adamant, and he became gatekeeper of Sri Ramakrishna's room, and he was strict of not allowing anyone. Any close devotee did not allow. So anyone he did not allow, because he wanted to protect Sri Ramakrishna as many days as possible. Then one Ramchandra Datta, one great devotee, very close devotee, he came, but he was also not allowed. But he brought some sweets for offerings. Then he sent to Latu Maharaj. But Latu Maharaj told that Niranjan, you see, Ramchandra Datta is so close devotee. That day you allowed that actress Vinodini, and now you are not allowing Ramchandra Datta. What is this? So then after hearing this, Niranjan had to allow him, Sri Ramchandra Datta. Then afterwards, Sri Ramakrishna called Latu and he told him, you see, this is not correct. You should not find fault with others. You go and ask forgiveness from Niranjan. So how this Sri Ramakrishna balanced this relation between the devotees and among their disciples. So Latu Maharaj went to Niranjan and asked for forgiveness. Then Atul Ghosh was one of the close devotees and brother of Girish Chandra Ghosh. He also was not allowed. Then Atul got very much hurt and he decided then and there, unless somebody comes and calls me to Kashipur, I will not again come here. After he resolved in this, then Sri Ramakrishna again he understood his resolve. And one day he sent Niranjan himself to call Atul to check his pulse. Though Atul was not doctor, but he knew how to check the pulse. So like this he balanced the relation between the devotees and disciples. Then in the course of time, then when disease got worsened of Sri Ramakrishna attained Mahasamadhi in 1886. After that, after his Mahasamadhi, then all the disciples, young boys, they started living in Baranagar, and in the December, on 24 December, they visited Anpur, that is Swami Premanandaji's village. After coming from there, they decided, at Anpur, they decided to take the vows of sannyasa to embrace the monastic life. After returning from there to Baranagar, they took the formal vow of sannyasa according to following the ritual, and became Niranjanananda, Swami Niranjanananda. So Niranjanananda really literally followed the monastic life. He saw God in all. One day he was bringing some sweets for offering to the master, and on the way one boy with mother, they were going somewhere, and this boy saw that Niranjanananda is carrying some sweets. Then he started crying for that sweets. I want that sweets to eat. Like that he started crying. But mother tried to keep him quiet. But when Niranjanananda observed this, then he offered all that sweets to that boy. But that boy's mother told, no my son, you are carrying these sweets for God, and if you give this boy, then that sin will come to me. Then this Niranjanananda told, don't worry mother, this God resides in everybody. So this boy also is a part of God. So let him eat these sweets, no problem. Afterwards he went and purchased another sweets, and he offered to the master. So Niranjananda's life was meant for others. He nursed Yogananda at Allahabad when Yoganandaji was suffering from smallpox. Then he served Latu Maharaj, he was suffering from pneumonia. Then he helped Balram and Ramchandra Datta till their death. Then Girish Ghosh was mentally suffering, some mental depression he was suffering from, and then he advised Girish Ghosh to go to Jayanti to take the blessings of Holy Mother, and he himself accompanied Girish Ghosh. Then one day he heard that Harish, one of the devotees of Sri Ramakrishna, he suffered from mental illness and he was troubling Holy Mother. So Mother also conveyed this message to these disciples. Then Sadhanandaji and Niranjanandaji, both they went, and as soon as this Harish heard that Niranjanandaji is coming, then he simply vanished from Jaramati and he went to Vrindavan, and thus Mother was saved. So one day all the disciples decided how the God is protecting us, let us see. Let us depend completely on God. And that day, one day they decided that they will not beg food from anybody, and they will not inform anyone that they do not have food. So from morning to evening, or how long that food on its own way it comes, they will not ask for food. So they started meditating from morning until evening. Then nothing happened. But in the late night, somebody knocked the door, and they found one person was carrying sweets and fruits and other food material for them. And then they understood the tremendous grace of God or Sri Ramakrishna on them, and Sri Ramakrishna is really protecting them. Then pilgrimage. Pilgrimage is a golden period of any monastic life, any monk. So this Niranjanananda started his pilgrimage in November 1889. First he went to Devghar, had darshan of Bhitiharanandaji, then Varanasi. He lived on alms there, only Bhikshamna. Then afterwards he visited Prayag and that Sangam, Ganga and Jamuna Sangam. And then after travelling extensively, he went to Sri Lanka. And there he preached Sri Ramakrishna's message, master message. Then after Swami Vivekananda's return, along with Swamiji, he went to Almora, and there he practiced sadhana. And there he initiated one of the Swamiji's disciples by name Sudhir into sannyasa and gave name Swami Shuddhananda. Afterwards, Swami Shuddhanandaji and Niranjanandaji both went to Varanasi, and there they decided to live the life of austerity, and they started begging. They begged food only once a day, then walk on barefoot without any chappals or footwear, and minimum clothing they used to use, sleeping on blanket without any mosquito net, and depending completely upon God. Like this, they spent many days there. Then one group of young people, inspired by Swami Niranjanananda Maharaj, they started doing some social service, and afterwards this group was converted, that named as Ramakrishna Mission Home of Service. Then it was converted afterwards into ashrama. After that, Swami Niranjanandaji went to Kankal, Haridwar. There, one young man by name Kedarnath, he met Swami Niranjanandaji and expressed his desire to embrace the monastic life or to follow the monkhood. Then Swami Niranjanandaji told, first he discouraged him and told the difficulties of monastic life, and he quoted one line from Upanishad, Shurasya Dhara Nishita Durateya. This is like walking on the path of razor. It is so difficult. But afterwards he allowed him, and then he became Swami Achalananda. Then Swami, in the meanwhile, Swami Vivekananda's illness became more, and Niranjan again became gatekeeper of Swami Vivekananda's room, and he was not allowing anyone. So one brahmachari who was initiated by Swamiji, he came to visit from Mayavati to Swamiji, but Niranjananji was very firm, was not allowing anybody. But this brahmachari also was very much eager to meet his guru. Then he was waiting at the door. At that time, when he found Niranjananji was engaged in talking with somebody, then he just crawled through his legs and he entered in Swamiji's room and met Swamiji. Swamiji also profusely blessed him. Afterwards, Niranjananji appreciated his Guru Bhakti, his eagerness to meet Guru. Then Niranjananji's love for truth is very appreciable. When this Swamiji and Niranjananji, they both were in Kashi, that one rich man from Calcutta, he was constructing one temple of Shiva in that Varanasi, just to gain some punya. That time Swamiji commented that if he spends this money in the service of poor people, then he will get more punya than constructing temple. When this rich man heard this comment, then he started giving donation to this Ramakrishna Mission Home of Service for serving the patients on poor people. And he first assured some amount that he will give regularly this particular amount. But afterwards, slowly he started reducing this amount. And this Niranjananji did not like, because whatever he has assured, he must stick to the truth. That was his point. So he outrightly rejected that donation. And though there was difficulty in managing the affairs without funds, but Niranjananji, he stands for truth. As Swami says, society has to pay the homage to the truth, not to the truth to the society. So Niranjanji was in toto, he followed not only in spirit, but in later he followed that, and he stand firm for the truth, and he rejected that donation. Then his devotion to Holy Mother was very appreciable. In fact, Swami Vivekananda remarked, I know there are many faults in Niranjan, but because of his devotion to the Holy Mother, I can forgive his thousands of faults. Slowly, in the course of time, because of too much austerities, Niranjananji's health started to fail, and because his body became emaciated because of too many austerities. And this Belur atmosphere or climate of Calcutta was not suiting to his body. So he decided to move to Haridwar. And before going to Haridwar, he went to Jayrambati, and this is a very touching incident. He went to Jayrambati to take the blessings of Holy Mother. After going, he wanted to spend some days. After going there, he requested Mother. Probably he had a premonition, or he had the idea that it is going to be his last visit to Jayrambati. So he requested Holy Mother that to cook food for him with her own hands. Holy Mother did as he requested her. After food was ready, then he sat for food. Then he asked Mother to feed, just like small boy. Then Mother fed him, just like mother feeds her own child, small boy. And then when time came to depart from her, he did pranam to her, and he could not, such a strong man, Niranjanandaji, he could not control his emotions and burst into tears. He went on crying because his mother also was in tears. Mother and her child, they both knew this is going to be their last meeting. After that, Niranjanandaji will not be there to meet her. Then he left Jayanti, then he went to Haridwar, and like hero, he went on the bank of Ganges and started staying there on the bank of Ganga itself. He did not take anybody's service. Though many people or many boys came to serve him, his disciples came to serve him, but he told, please let me die in the peace. And he passed away on 9th May 1904. Actually, he did not pass away, but he welcomed the death. There, till the last moment, he followed the path of austerity. So though he lived short time, only 41 years he lived, but he put not the number of years in his life, but life in the years. Such disciples, great disciples, they lived like fragrance, that is agarbatti, what we call, that incense sticks. They burned their life for others and remained like a fragrance through their message. Though this Niranjanandaji did not give any message, but his life itself was a great message for all of us. His every act was a message for all of us. Some important characteristics of his life were he had a great devotion for Holy Mother, and he believed that by the grace of Holy Mother he could do anything. He believed that one should feed the Master as living. One should feel the Master as living, conscious being, as one's own very own. This is the supreme worship. He did not give much importance to the rituals or any other things. Tremendous faith he had in Swamiji's doctrine of service, and he encouraged people to serve human beings as manifestations of God. He would inspire young people to follow the path of renunciation and again caution them about the difficulty in this path. He was extremely generous and helped anyone and everyone whoever asked his help without caring for any negative feelings or without caring for anything. So this was some of his characteristics of his life. So on this auspicious occasion, let us pray to Sri Ramakrishna that he has he has created spirituality through his direct disciples and through his own life. Let us have the drop from those great lives. Let us pray on this auspicious occasion. Om Niranjanam Nityam Anantarupam Bhaktanukampa Vigraham Vai Ishavasaram Parameshamityam Tam Ramakrishnam Shirasa Namah.